It's really striking in the last 5 years how many new agents have become approved for the use in adult AML. And a very important part of our trial scene going forward, therefore, will be to decide how we optimally use not only conventional chemotherapy agents such as Vyxeos or gemtuzumab or ozogamicin, but also the targeted therapies that showing such promise, FLT3 inhibitors, IDH1 and IDH2 inhibitors, but also new agents that are showing a lot of promise in older patients with AML, such as venetoclax. So our group is looking in fit adults with AML about how we identify populations of patients who may particularly benefit from venetoclax-based combinations, and also trying to identify the emerging role for Vyxeos in other indications than its current licensing in secondary AML. But at the same time, we need to be aware that transplant is now a pivotal component of delivering curative therapy in AML, and the UK is really leading the world, I think, in terms of delivering randomized trials in acute myeloid leukemia, addressing fundamentally important questions about can one intervene in patients who are MRD positive pre-transplant to improve outcome, can one optimize the conditioning regimen, and really excitingly, what are the opportunities to deliver drug or cellular therapies post-transplant to optimize a graft versus tumor effect. And at the same time, we're struck by the recent press release from Celgene on the AML-001 quasar study showing improved outcomes in adults who did not proceed to transplant, who received CC486 maintenance after intensive chemotherapy. So this notion that maintenance therapy in patients who've received intensive chemotherapy but not fit for transplant is also a very important one. The other areas that our group is particularly trying to work on is thinking about a rolling phase 1/2 program for patients with very high risk AML who do very poorly with standard chemotherapy. That could involve immunotherapeutic strategies or new agents such as p53 inhibitors. And then wrapped around this whole piece, I think, is very important considerations about supportive care, optimizing supportive care, the importance of the microbiome in terms of influencing toxicity of therapy and potentially also long-term outcomes. So we're hoping that our new trial, ML20, will be a compendious study addressing as many of these particular questions as we can, utilizing the fantastic resource we have across more than 140 centres cooperating in the UK NCRI Working Party, but also the Trials Acceleration Programme and the Impact Transplant Trial Network that we've established in the UK more recently.